Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine and wish for your well-being. Students, today we will discuss about the most important topic of English language, that is tense. Tense is the form of verb which tells us about the time of an action and its degree of completeness. In short, we can say tenses tell us the time of an action. So students, to show the time of an action, all of us know very well that there are three types of tenses. First, present tense, second, past tense, and third, future tense. Next, to show its degree of completeness, each tense is divided into four types. First, indefinite tense. Indefinite tense that doesn't tell us about the completeness of an action. Means, as its name suggests, it is indefinite. Means, it doesn't tell us that the action is completed or not completed or yet to be completed. Second, in continuous tenses, it tells us about that the action is going on. Third, perfect tense that tells us that action is completed, means recently completed. And the fourth is perfect continuous tense that tells us that an action is started in past and was still going on. So students, we will discuss it one by one. First, we will take present tense. So, present tense is divided into four types. First is simple present. Simple present, and its another name is present indefinite. Present indefinite. First of all, students, we will discuss about the structure of present indefinite tense. After that, we will discuss about where this type of tense is used. Structure. Structure of simple present tense. Earlier its name was present indefinite, but now its name is, it is said that is simple present tense. Structure is, we will discuss about three types. Statement, negative and interrogative. First statement of structure of simple present tense. In the statement, it means positive tenses. That is subject plus first form of verb plus object. This is in the case of if our subject is plural. If our subject is plural, then its structure is subject plus first form of verb plus object. But if our subject is singular, then its structure is subject plus first form of verb plus s or es. So students, we will put s or es according to the word plus object. Next is second is negative tenses sentences. In the negative sentences, structure is subject. Firstly, we will talk about the plural tenses. Plural sentence, subject, subject plus do not. As this is negative sentences, do not plus first form of verb plus object. This is in the case of plural subject. But if our subject is singular, then formation is subject plus does not plus first form of verb plus object. If our subject is singular. In plural, we can say I, we, they, you, and any plural noun. And in singular, structure is he, she, it, or any singular noun. And in last one is interrogative tenses. Interrogative sentences, so structure is we will put do or does in front of subject. Before subject, we will place do or does. Just like the plural sentences, the structure is do plus subject plus first form of verb plus object. In singular sentences like this, we will place does in front of subject. Before subject, does plus subject plus first form of verb. Now there is no need to place s or es with first form of verb because we have already placed es with the do word. Students, this is the structure of simple present tense, means present indefinite tense. Second, present continuous tense. First of all, we will discuss about the structure of four tenses. After that, we will discuss about where these type of tenses is used. Means where we use the simple present tense, where we use the present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous. Now, second is present continuous tense. In the present continuous tense, structure is of present continuous tense. Structure is of the positive sentences subject plus is mr plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. Now our next question arises कि where we use is, where we will use m, and where we will use are. Students, if our subject is singular, just like he, she, it and singular noun, then we will use word is. And if with the I word, we always use am, and with the plural subject, means we, they, you, we will use the word are. So the formation is subject plus is mr plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. Next is negative sentences. In the negative sentences, we will place subject plus is mr plus not plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. And third is interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, we will place helping verb, that is or. In this case, we will place helping verb before subject. Means, first of all, we will place or according to the subject. As I have earlier told you, where we use is, where we will use am, and where we will use are. In interrogative sentences, is, am, are in front of subject. Is, am, are plus subject plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. So students, this is the structure of present continuous tense. And third is now third type is present perfect tense. The structure of present perfect tense is present perfect tenses. In the statement, in the positive sentences, subject plus has, have. Has, have plus third form of verb plus object. Students, remember one thing, always with has or have. Always with has, have, had. We always place third form of verb. In English language, either we are writing essay, letter, whatever we are going to write, always with has, have, had. Put the third form of verb. So in the statement, in the positive sentences, the formation is subject plus has, have plus third form of verb plus object. Now our next question arises where we should use have and where we should use have. So in the singular sentence, in the singular subject, we will place has, but if our subject is plural, then we will use have. I, we, they, any plural noun, we will use have. Next, in the negative sentences, same, subject plus has, have plus not plus third form of verb plus object. And interrogative sentences, same, we will place helping verb. Has, have we will use before subject. Has, have, after that subject, after that third form of verb, and after that object. So then last type is present perfect continuous. Remember one thing also, students, ing is always used with the first form of verb. You will always use first form of verb when you are using ing. Means ing is always used with the first form of verb. Now our fourth type is present perfect continuous tense. So students, when we talk about the perfect tenses, always we will use has, have, had. But if we are talking about the continuous tenses, we always use the ing with the first form of verb. Now, this is the structure of present perfect continuous. Means it is perfect also and it is continuous also. Means if we are using the continuous, we have to use the first form of verb with ing. But rules is according to the perfect tense, ki always with has, have, had, we always use the third form of verb. Now, what we should do in the statement tenses, we will use subject plus has, have plus. And now our confusion is कि always we will use with has, have third form of verb. But according to the continuous tenses, we have to use the ing with the first form of verb. Then we will use the word been. We will use the word been because been is the third form of verb. Be, was, been. Be is the first form of verb, means is, am, was second, and been is the third form of verb. We have used been word with has have. After that, because this is the continuous tense also, we will use first form of verb plus ing plus object. As this tense is used then that the action is started in past and still going on, so we will use since and for also. Student, we will discuss later where we should use since and where we should use for. In this video, we will discuss about only the structure of tenses. In the negative sentences, subject plus has have plus not, means we will place the word not between have, has have and been. Structure is subject plus has have plus not plus been plus first form of verb plus ing plus object plus since and for. I have earlier told you where we should use has and where we should use have. If the subject is singular, then we will use has, and if our subject is plural, then we will use word have. In the interrogative sentences, we will use the same method. We will place the helping verb before subject, means has have, after subject, after that been, after that first form of verb plus ing plus object plus since and for, means from which time we are doing this work. So students, this is the structure of this is the structure of 4 types of present tenses. In our next video, we will discuss about the next tense, that is past tense. We will discuss about the structure of past tense and future tense. Thank you so much.